Hey, Oz.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, what movie we watching this week?
This week we're watching the movie Marriage of the Warriors
Mm.
meets The Usual Suspects
Mm.
with a lot of Batman
Uh-huh.
and colors.
And colors.
This week we're watching Dick Tracy.
It happened again.
It did.
It did. It happened again where I convinced myself it was my week.
We color code the boxes.
I know we do. I know.
And there's a legend. Oh, welcome back, listeners and viewers, to another week of Let's Talk About Flicks, the podcast where we take a monthly movie theme, this month being comic strip movies, and we satisfy that theme by talking about movies that fit the theme. This week we're talking about Dick Tracy from 1990.
Yep.
I'm one of your hosts, Oz.
I'm the other host, Curtis.
And before we get rolling, we give a shout out to our Patreon subscribers, Don S., Aaron A., Mandy K., Melissa L., Colleen K., and Lyle M. Thank you, one and all, for your patronage.
Yes, our favorite oddly shaped characters.
Yeah, they didn't even need makeup.
No, they didn't.
No prosthetics on these folks.
Nope. I wonder what Don S's like Dick Tracy villain alter ego would be.
Forehead.
Forehead.
That is just one giant forehead.
Yeah. More from a characteristic standpoint, I'd go Marathon Man because that guy hustles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could see that for sure.
Yeah,
he is everywhere. Don S. of Rotten Tomatoes official movie critic, and every movie has a lesson, and Cinephile Hissy Fit, and and teaches full time, and has kids, and
Chicago indie critic stalwart.
Yes. So yeah, man of many suits. This one, Don S. So check him out for sure. And if you haven't, we teased a website last week. We did. It is live. I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I would hate for somebody to listen to the Popeye episode, sweep in and steal the URL out from underneath this as I'm building the site. Not that would have happened, but it's always a potential. So I went ahead. And so the site is live, everybody. Let's talk about flicks.com, where I'm still building out the episodes. I'm close to half done. We're at 100 and something.
Yeah, it looks amazing, by the way.
They have independent pages where you can stream from Spotify, watch on YouTube. There's a little blurb about what the episode's about, and maybe some of the wink jokes that you may find within. So if you want to check it out, let's talk about flicks.com. We'd love to see you there and see our viewership, or our viewership rise, but also check out the site. It's definitely worth it.
Yes, the site itself, even if you don't like our content, look at the website because it's a gorgeous website.
Oh, well, thank you. It's been a lot of fun, and I've got like plans as we go. Like it's all ambition, which is another theme of this month.
Ambition month.
Yeah, but I've got plans for like, okay, once all the pages are done, I would like to sweep back through all of the YouTube and Spotify like show notes and replace with that page's content, so that it makes it easier to find us on the web. I want that to be our hub.
So that when people are on the internet and are looking for fridged content,
exactly,
they know they can pull up the Mad Max episode.
Absolutely. So hopefully, I would love to see our Mad Max episode show up in the top 5 results for refrigerators searches on Google.
I need a new Maytag.
Yeah, is that a Samsung French door? Ooh, Mad Max episode.
Yeah,
I've done my job well if I can make that happen.
There you go. Or when people are looking for Walk Hard Dewey Cox content, we're the first to appear in the search.
That's true. We will be the first to show up for Lethal Ladies.
We will. Yes,
yeah,
I'm pretty certain we will. Because why else would you be searching for that?
You're not going to visit our site because it's really not what you're looking for.
No.
But if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. I throw that stuff in at the end of the show, but it's like I was watching some, just some content this week off and on as to how to grow your podcast, because we've been doing this 4 years now.
We have.
November is the 4-year anniversary of the show, and so we're still popping in a viewership of like 8. Yeah, and I'm like, come on, we worked too hard for 4 years for for scraps.
Tony Stark.
So, and one of the things that they say, and you see it all over the place, is we'll remind your viewers what to do. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell and all that jazz. So we throw that in at the end, but realistically, 8 people probably aren't getting an hour, and not many people are getting to the hour and 15 mark. So we'll throw it in here at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah,
which is probably still too late, but whatever. So subscribe, and do all that stuff. Dick Tracy.
Yes, Richard Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain that, I mean, what do you think what's on his birth certificate?
Oh, it's got to be Richard Tracy. Yeah.
I think it's Richie
Tracy.
Richie Tracy.
It's probably Rip.
Rip Tracy.
Rip Tracy. Chard.
Chard Tracy. Leafy greens.
Right. Dickathy. I don't blame him.
No.
He actually he got into the police force just wanting to correct and persecute anybody who used his full name of Dickathy Tracy.
Yeah, he was just tired of being bullied.
Yeah. So I want to put a stop to these guys.
Yes. We did decide pre-show that every time we mention the name of the movie or the character, it's Dick Tracy.
Yeah, it will be Dick Tracy.
Yes.
We don't want to be we don't want snippets taken out. And,
no, we don't.
And if you do, and or else you're gonna have to work a little extra hard if you want to pull.
Yes, we both work in schools, and we want to do everything we can to avoid students being students. So yes,
true.
it's Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Well, as we set the record straight, as we waited 4 or 5 seconds before we actually started the show, this is my movie this week.
Yeah, yes, it is. It is clearly your movie.
So, but yeah, because I don't know. I think because you watch them so far in advance, I think might be why you get them
throws me
out.
off. But by the way, your punchline was very similar to what my punchline would have been.
Oh yeah, what did you have as a movie marriage?
My movie marriage would have been the talent from Ishtar and The Godfather, in the spirit of Batman and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, all drawn by an 8-pack of Crayola crayons.
Who Framed was in my original movie marriage.
Yeah. It's almost the same plot.
Yeah, it really is. I had that originally.
Mm-hmm.
I took it out. I had The Godfather in at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I took that out because I'm like, well, I had Batman for very obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I almost threw in The Dark Knight as well, of the trying to bring all of the crime under one roof.
Sure.
But I'm like, you know what? Cyrus tried to do the same thing in The Warriors, and now I'm not double Batmaning this.
There you go.
My original rating was an 8-pack of Crayola crayons.
There you go.
I replaced that one. I had a better idea by show's end what I wanted my rating to be, and of course, Colors is the Sean Penn Robert Duvall movie from 1988.
There you go. I like it.
It was a movie. It was a true movie marriage. With Don Cheadle and Mario Lopez and Mary Conchita Alonso is also in that movie. Not seen it, but
movies that I had in that I also considered. I had Reds, which was also Warren Beatty, and I think Dustin Hoffman was in that too. I think doesn't matter. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels was a possibility, just because the movie's full of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and Hook was also a possibility.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this movie lent a lot of movie marriages because it was, some would say inspired by others, some would say ripped off.
But it just loaded with talent in this movie.
Oh yeah,
so getting into the cast.
Yeah,
I'll even mention too that Warren Beatty directed the movie himself, but Spielberg, Landis, Walter Hill, Richard Benjamin were all considered to direct this as well. So. There's a lot of people who directly or indirectly are associated with this movie. And again, I'm using the Wikipedia character breakdown here. So we have quote unquote main characters. We have Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy. And I love the synopsis here for the character. I'm just going to read it. A square-jawed, fast-shooting, hard-hitting, intelligent police detective.
Yeah. Wrote his own.
Yeah, basically. I'm sure that was Warren Beatty who did that. Then we have Al Pacino as Alphonse Big Boy Caprice, modeled after Al Capone in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
and also just kind of modeled after Al Pacino, I think, in a
Yeah.
lot of ways as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's the heavy in the movie. We have dual female protagonists here. We have Madonna as Breathless Mahoney. She's a singer at Club Ritz, and who kind of tries to skirt the line between
Mhm.
between the good guys and the bad guys here. Then we also have, I don't know why I like to say her name like this. We have Glenn Headley as. I think I'm leading into Headley Lamar from Blazing Saddles.
That's where I was gonna go.
Yeah, yeah. Glenn Headley as Tess Trueheart, Dick Tracy's longtime girlfriend, and kind of scorned girlfriend.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
but
Then we have,
almost in the flavor of, well, at least I'm with him. Like,
yes,
take the good with the bad, and I'm left with bad.
I got a man. What's your man got to do with me? that song actually could have fit the movie Marriage as well.
Yeah, for sure. I like that song. I like Positive K, which
it's clearly the best of the 26 letters that you could have put at the end of that.
Fun fact about that song, Positive K also did the female singing voice in that song.
Really?
Where he's back and forth arguing with the female. It's him.
Okay.
It's him the whole time.
Interesting.
Yeah, they just like altered his voice with technology.
Ooh,
yeah,
mid 90s technology.
Yes, but yeah, it's him. It's him
the same technology they used for Lawnmower Man.
Yep, there's no featuring. It is just Positive K.
It's just Positive K as opposed to Negative C.
That's true.
And then we have Charlie Korsmo as the Kid. The same Charlie Korsmo who was in Hook. He was also in What About Bob? Wasn't he?
What About Bob? Yep.
So yeah, we've talked Charlie Korsmo relatively recently.
I like Charlie Korsmo as an actor.
He was fine in this.
It's like for kid actors, he knew what he was doing.
Or as the kid actor.
Yeah, he's a lawyer and law professor now.
Oh wow, good for Charlie Korsmo.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say where he teaches at?
Let me look real quick. He went to Yale. He's got a degree from MIT.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
It's from being around Warren Beatty.
Yeah. In 2011, he was nominated by Barack Obama as a member of the board of trustees of the Barry Goldwater Scholarship.
Oh wow!
Good
for Charlie Korsmo.
Professor of corporate law and corporate finance at Case Western Reserve University School of Law in Cleveland.
Okay.
After all of that, you're like, you know what? I'm going to settle down in Cleveland.
Way to go, Professor Korsmo.
Yeah, he was an associate in the New York office of Sullivan and Cromwell, a visiting professor at Brooklyn Law School.
Huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
His last like mainstream film was Can't Hardly Wait.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, he did 3 movies in 1990, 3 in 91, and then Can't Hardly Wait 98, and then just a couple of whatevers.
Sure.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for Charlie Korsmo. We have law enforcement related characters. We have James Keane and Seymour Cassell as Dick Tracy's kind of right and left hand men. Pat Patton and Sam Ketchum. I love the name Sam Ketchum.
Yeah,
it's a fun like comic strip name.
It is for sure. As is Pat Patton. Like
we have Michael J. Pollard as Bug Bailey, as surveillance guy.
He looks like a bug.
He does. We have Charles Durning as the police chief. We have Dick Van Dyke of all people as the district attorney.
Almost unrecognizable until he starts talking, and you're like, is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
I had to look because I'm like, he looks very prominent. It's basically Dick Van Dyke in the Powers Booth role.
Yes, it does look very Powers Boothy.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I know that's not Powers Booth, but it's very Powers Boothish.
Boothish.
Yeah.
Then we have Kathy Bates right before her career took off with Misery. I think Misery was also 1990, if memory serves.
It was, but it's like you don't even recognize her in the movie. I didn't even realize she was in it till right now.
Yeah, she's blinking, you miss it as a stenographer. And then we have The Mob, and Oz, I went back and I Googled to confirm my memory. Do you remember McDonald's had a huge like ad campaign
Mhm.
around this movie when it came out.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I
I don't
yeah,
remember the details of it, but I remember this
I,
was. I mean, this was a big
it
big
was. This was a
film.
big deal in
Yeah.
1990. They had this ad campaign. It was all based on the villains and
Well,
like
why wouldn't you?
like Littleface and
Yeah,
was like mouse no rodent
yeah,
and it was like you had to like collect all of these villains, half of which die in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
But like, did you get prune
Yeah.
face? Did you get spud? Did you get lips? Like,
I've got
yeah.
an extra brow if anybody needs it.
I'll trade you an 88 keys for a numbers.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I'll throw in a Mark Price rookie card.
Exactly. Yeah. That's not the Hamburglar. You're giving me another prude face. But it's fun because again, 1990, this was a big deal. But
Yeah.
at that same time, this is 1990. There's no internet or anything.
Yeah.
So how do kids our age get jazzed about Dick Tracy? You make them collectible at McDonald's. Is how you do it.
You involve McDonald's. I mean,
Yeah.
this was also right at the height of Madonna.
Yeah.
This was right on the heels of Vogue coming out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. We have the mob, so like your obvious bad guy characters, in addition to Al Pacino,
All with nicknames.
Yes,
every single one in this list has a nickname.
Yeah, we have Dustin Hoffman. That's right, the Dustin Hoffman in a very minor role. Mumbles. We have William Forsythe, who's amazing as Flat Top.
Yes.
Oh, such a fun performance.
And it goes without saying, most of these people are very unrecognizable.
Yeah. Yeah, because the makeup and latex that's just caked on to each of them. Ed O. Ross is Itchy in another fun little performance.
Yeah. He gave me Ted Raimi vibes.
Yes, I get that completely. James Tolkien, yes, that James Tolkien, the Back to the Future principal, as of all people, Numbers playing not a tough guy in this role. He's like the accountant, the guy who's doing the books.
Yeah, he's not a cop.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not, in Masters of the Universe, or like the flight deck chief or whatever in Top Gun,
and not to be confused with the J.R.R. Tolkien. This isn't that James Tolkien.
No, it's a distant branch of that family tree.
Yeah.
We have Mandy Patinkin
of that family ent.
Oh yeah, of that ent. Yeah, that's right. Mandy Patinkin as 88 Keys, the piano player, and also I'm guessing like life partner of Breathless Mahoney.
Yeah.
Not love interest, but just platonic life partner.
I think he wants to be a love interest.
I think he wants to, but yeah. Sorry, you got to work on that hairline if you're going to keep up with Dick Tracy.
Yep.
We have R.G. Armstrong as Prune Face. Yes, that's the same R.G. Armstrong from, I believe he was in Predator, wasn't he? I think right at the beginning.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was the guy right at the beginning of Predator. We have Paul Sorvino as Lips Manless. James Caan has a cameo in this movie.
Like tiny. Like a scene. James Caan is in a scene.
Why you?
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize this until I was watching the end credits. Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Has a blink and you miss it role in this movie as well, as just basically one of the other mobsters around the table at the same scene as with James Caan.
Again, you don't even notice.
Yeah. And when you don't notice Catherine O'Hara is in a movie, when you don't notice Kathy Bates is in a movie, when you barely notice James Caan is in a movie.
Well, I don't think O'Hara or Bates even had a line.
Bates did. It was something because it was some note because she's trying to keep up with Mumbles.
Oh, that's right. Well, and that may have been because I didn't recognize it was Kathy Bates, so I didn't log it.
You didn't tune in, but yeah, I don't think Catherine O'Hara has a speaking role in this movie, or at least not one that made the final cut. So
right,
yeah, I mean, there's other characters, other people as well, but my goodness, there are a lot of people and powerful Hollywood people associated with this movie
for sure.
Oof. All right. Well, hey, now that I'm out of breath from the cast and everything,
breathless Mickey over here.
Now that I'm not, that's breathless Mickey. You can see me performing at Club Ritz later.
Yeah,
I've been working on my shoulder shimmies.
That's fair. You're going to get out danced by your backup singers.
Not me. Nobody's out dancing breathless
The
Mankey.
mink. The mink.
Breathless Mank. All right, what's going on with the plot of Dick Tracy?
Well, in Dick Tracy, again, this is a comic strip from the 30s. So, this is your every boy looks up to him and blah blah blah. So we're set in the 30s, like 38 or something like that. We don't even meet Dick Tracy yet. We see a kid who is the kid. He's digging in a trash can for some food because he's homeless. He sees the police coming, just on their patrol, because it's the 30s and police just patrol the streets.
They walk the beat just twirling their batons.
Yep. And so he ducks into a warehouse. And it's a warehouse because it's full of oil barrels.
Yeah, there's crates and oil drums. I'm in a warehouse.
This must be a warehouse.
There's shipping crates and oil drums everywhere.
Yep, that's what they have. And he oversees, well, I wouldn't say he oversees, but as he's hiding from the police, there's there's a wooden table set up with a bunch of mobsters playing cards.
I'm surprised they all didn't have those like see-through green
visors,
like accounting visors.
Yeah, like a poker dealer visor.
Do those have a purpose? Like, why are they associated with like cards and like accounting? I don't know.
I don't know either. My only guess possibly would be like casinos sometimes have bright lights, and maybe I don't know.
It's like indoor football players in eye black.
Yes. Yeah. Does it work? Who knows?
No, but it looks cool.
It does look cool, especially when you can streak it all the way down your cheek.
Like, yes.
People know I cried right before the game. So I'm bringing
I'm sure that's what Aiden Hutchinson tells himself before every game. He's trying to psych himself up, but he just breaks down in tears. Only out of one eye, though.
Yeah, now I'm playing from a position of pain.
Emotional pain,
heartbreak, but it's there.
Yeah, that's John Randall, Hall of Famer from the Minnesota Vikings. He just wept as he was getting
just really
his 3
sad.
points. Yeah,
sad John Randall. Joe Green, and sad John Randall.
I'm gonna bring the pain, my emotional pain.
Right. He lines up across that O-line. He's like, "You look real lonely.
You need a hug.
Well,
you would have a platonic cuddle after the game.
Your mama's not thinking of you." He beats him with a swim move and gets the sack. How do you do it, John Randall? I go for their heart.
I just think of my worst fear.
Emotionally, yeah. So the kid witnesses as the balsa wood walls of this factory get blown in by the front end of a 1930s vehicle. Not built up to modern day security standards, but neither were the walls, because you could just drive through walls in this movie.
Yeah.
So a couple vehicles come barreling in to this poker party, and what's awesome is all of these people that we see get gunned down by Flat Top and Itchy are still in full makeup.
Mm-hmm.
You got like Littleface and whatever the other
Rodent.
Yeah, and it's like they don't matter at all, but yet
but they look cool.
They do look cool. I had Garbage Pail Kids, the movie, in my movie.
That would have worked too. Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids.
I had that in there at one point, and then I was like, I can't have 18 movies in my movie marriage.
the Rodent in the beginning, he just has this huge stream of mucus just gulping out of his nose.
I think that was Snotty Scotty. I think
is that what it was? Snotty Scotty.
I think it was.
Dick Tracy defeats the Garbage Pail Kids.
He defeats Snotty Scotty, an alligator. So the kid sees them get gunned down, and there's a few extra bullets in their Tommy gun. Of course there are. As Flat Top, who's really good with a Tommy gun.
Yeah, he is.
He leaves a bullet-ridden message for Dick Tracy on the wall.
That was a work of art.
It was.
I bet you.
What if he misspelled it? Like,
he actually spelled it Richard.
Yeah, John Tracy.
I bet you on the side, Flat Top works like farmers markets, like custom making bespoke like
Right.
welcome to the Osborne home in
Yeah,
Bullets.
yeah, he does. Yeah. When did you guys get married? Like, you pay extra for that.
It's like it's like you walk up and there's like a caricature artist on the corner. There's
Yeah.
just a guy with a Tommy gun. Just hold still for me.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
It's a street guy here in Town City. Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
Well, no one's done it. You get
No, no,
caricatures.
no. It's no, you
Yeah,
caricature with Tommy gun.
yeah. I can't get that done at Six
That
Flags.
no, that's an untapped market right there.
Right. Yeah, you get one shot literally at it. um, so the kid sees this, and goes on with his day.
Yeah, as one does after
He's seen
witnessing
some
five
stuff.
people get murdered.
So he gets picked up for petty theft. And but he, comes clean about, I saw some stuff. So now Dick Tracy's paying attention to this because, not only have I been called out by this mob activity, but we've got a witness. So temporarily, he and Tess, who don't live together because Tess likes living alone. She doesn't like living alone.
No,
she wants to live with Dick Tracy.
No, she drops all these hints, but he's too dumb to pick up on it.
Right. Because he's married to his job.
Yeah.
So they take in the kid basically for protection.
Yeah.
Because he's seen things. Well, Big Boy Caprice, which was Al Pacino in makeup.
It's really playing Al Pacino.
Tony Montana in makeup.
Yeah.
I almost had Scarface on my...
I thought about Scarface as well, just because of how over the top it was. Or like Scent of a Woman was another one that was very over the top.
Yeah, even just the sitting here and piles of money being dropped in front of me. And
yeah.
So Big Boy he's got a plan. And that's something that a lot of the mobsters in this movie don't have. This is very much we control our area. You stay out of our area, we'll stay out of yours, and we'll just hustle the people that live here. But Big Boy's got a plan, and his plan, he wants to formulate everybody into one super mob, much like Cyrus and the Warriors. Yeah. Like, hey, we outnumber the police like 10-1.
Yeah,
we should all work together.
There's a Kingpin analogy there as well.
Oh, for sure. So he realizes that one of his rival mobsters, Lips, he owns Club Ritz, which Big Boy wants. And so he forces Lips into signing over the deed to Club Ritz, and then gives him basically puts him in a box, chains him up, and beside, like we've got like a Penn and Teller like act going on here. He
they pretended to saw his legs off.
Exactly. So they put Lips inside this box, chained up, and just cover him in concrete.
Yeah, they give him a bath.
Yeah, exactly. Give him a bath.
I think that box was made by Kohler.
I think it was. Yeah, it was watertight.
It was. It was a pure porcelain box.
Yeah, it's Moen.
Buy it for looks.
Exactly. So, and they drop him into the river. However, they do have his girlfriend who is disgusted by him. The first time we see Lips, he's watching breathless Mahoney dancing while he's slurping like oyster after oyster after oyster. It's pretty gross. So she sees this murder. So now she is, an eyewitness. But she also realizes that she's already on the bad guy's side, being affiliated with, mobster Lips anyway.
Yeah.
So Big Boy now has Club Ritz. He's forcing Mahoney to be with him, not necessarily in that kind of way, but just you're mine now.
Yeah.
Much like Tony Montana did with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Because you're not willingly going to leave Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
And so they bring in, Dick Tracy brings in some of the henchmen.
Yeah.
Flat Top, Itchy, Mumbles. They even bring in Big Boy.
Yeah.
But
trying to find out where Lips is.
Right. But the evidence can't stick. We find out why later. Can't stick on any of this evidence, and they know it, because again, we don't know where Lips is. I haven't seen him because there is no there is no lips.
Yeah,
He's at the
yeah, 'cause
bottom.
he's at the bottom of the river.
He's swimming with the fishes. See, so Big Boy goes free, and the district attorney Dick Van Dyke threatens Dick Tracy's job. Like you, again, we're talking super cop Dick Tracy.
Yes,
You know, and it's like
he's all of the cops.
yes, and it's like he's had like the police chief reports to Dick Tracy.
Basically, yeah.
What should we do, Dick Tracy?
I mean, Tracy just does what he wants.
Yeah, he does what he wants.
And nobody questions him unless the district attorney occasionally does.
Right. And even then, we find out later, which we'll just spoil alert now from a 35-year-old movie, like the district attorney's in Big Boy's pocket.
Yeah.
So even then, we'll just turn the other way when you do your Dick Tracy things.
Yeah. I don't even know the name of the district attorney. I didn't bother to memorize it.
John Fletcher.
Is that what it is? I just kept calling him DA Van Dyke.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's pretty much what he is.
Yeah.
So they go to Breathless.
Yep.
And we would like you to testify against Big Boy because we're pretty sure Lips has been murdered and you're always with Lips. But she doesn't want to do it. Unless she can be with Dick Tracy. Like that's ultimately what she wants is to be with Dick Tracy.
She's got the hots for him.
She does. So she refuses to testify unless that happens. So
she's a smooth talker too.
She is. So he brings her into the office and she's putting on a full court press and of course he's by the books. So well, he's not by the books. He's by his book as a police officer. So he follows her to the club. She knows that he's followed her to the club. And so this is where Big Boy's got all this is our Batman's Rogues Gallery scene.
Yes, it really is. Did you ever see the episode of Batman the Animated Series where it's all of the villains like sitting around a table playing cards and like they're all telling stories about how they almost all had Batman?
And I know it would be a great one.
It is. I forget the name of the episode, but it's heralded as one of the best from the animated series. And I think Batman is there disguised as Killer Croc, and so he's there just sitting there as Killer Croc, who like barely and can't really speak.
Right.
And then like at the end, he reveals he's Batman and he takes them all in. Like it's just awesome.
That would, I it's one of those that like I never got into that show when it was on. I value what it is now, and I just don't have time to watch it. Like
same.
It's like it's so
like,
good.
I gave it enough time as a kid, but not like I didn't lean into it as much as I did the X-Men. But
Fair.
Batman the Animated Series is an all-timer.
So good. So we've got Big Boy presenting his plan. Basically, it's yada, yada, yada. Let's all work together. I'll be in charge. Which, of course, when you're talking to a room full of mob bosses telling them you're all going to report to me, they don't like it.
Yeah.
Especially Spud Spaldoni, played by James Caan. Why you?
Why you?
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. So he does. And instantly gets blown up by a car bomb.
Yep.
Which raises the question. That wasn't much time to plant the car bomb.
You don't need much time to plant a car bomb.
I wouldn't know, but you know what I mean? Like Spaldoni questions it. There wasn't any look given to anybody to like, okay, let's take him out. It was just so even if Spaldoni was okay with the plan, do you now have to go deactivate the car bomb you just planted on everybody's cars? Like,
JK guys, I'm in. Before you leave, I got something important to talk to you about.
So
you're
it's
gonna go see my collection of autographed baseball cards,
right?
I got school.
Come this way.
You want to play some Pac-Man? I got this vintage Pac-Man machine. You should really play for 5 minutes.
I want to see if you would like what I got my kids for Christmas. Like, but Tracy has like scaled the building.
Yeah.
Like, so he's up there. He's just about ready to like look in the window of what's going on when this car bomb explodes below him. So he doesn't get to like see who's all involved there. So you know, but yet they know Tracy's there.
Yeah.
The bad guys, they realize, because he does the infamous, I'm going to jump here. I'm going to jump from the ledge over to this light post and slide down it. Go ahead. I think you're
smashes his face on the light post.
Yeah.
I guess that was really Warren Beatty too.
Yeah. I had read that someone had asked him, you know, like, oh, after all these years, you feel bad for that stunt man? And he's like, I did it. Like, it was my forehead that I bounced off the top of that light post.
And it stayed in that final cut.
It did. Well, I wouldn't want to do it again.
You ready to break your nose for the second time, Warren Beatty? No.
Yeah,
one take's good.
They
call me one take Beatty.
That's true. Just a warner. So the next day, Big Boy and crew capture Dick Tracy, and they take him to the basement of building with boiler. Yeah. They're going to bribe him. Basically, Big Boy's like, look, you and I can run this city.
Yeah.
You know, let's do it. Which naturally Dick Tracy says, no, they already have him. They already have him tied up. Yeah. So now they're like, all right, well, let's just unscrew this bolt and twist this knob to overpressure this boiler so it explodes with you here.
Yep. That's all it takes, by the way.
And, you know, Dick Tracy does a lot of this. Trying to shimmy free.
He'd been watching a lot of Breathless's performance.
Yeah, right. I think this is how it works.
Yeah.
Am I voguing correctly? And so luckily the kid, the little scamp. He likes to follow Dick Tracy around the city and comes to his rescue quite often. So he gets in, and this boiler looked like it was like on the verge of explosion when the kid pulls out this like Swiss Army knife and starts going at these like log ropes.
45 minutes later.
Yeah. Well, luckily they do escape. They get out of the building just in time as it explodes, and the kid receives an honorary detective certificate.
Yep. Yeah, but it says the kid because he doesn't have a legal name.
No. Matter of fact, he just has a temporary form at the orphanage because he won't pick a real name. That won't come back.
Nope, not at all.
Cut to scene where D.A. Fletcher is revealed to be in Big Boy's pocket. Breathless shows up at Dick Tracy's apartment to try to
very low cut dress.
Yes, very low cut dress. In another attempt to kind of seduce him with the "I will testify if you are with me."
Yes.
Dick Tracy is really bad at checking who's at the door. Like really bad. Because this happens, well, it happened earlier in the movie when the henchman, you know, just the scene that we just got out of, when the henchman knocked on the door for Dick Tracy, and they just took him. Yeah. And again, now he's back in his apartment and someone knocks at the door and it's Breathless. Like, just put in a peephole.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Or ask, who is it?
Yeah, or something. He doesn't do any of it.
Nope.
So Tess and the kid are coming back from grocery shopping as Dick Tracy is trying his best to resist the temptation that is Breathless Mahoney. She forces a kiss on him. It's a movie, so naturally, just as Tess enters frame and can see it going on, and she gets a little John Randall, gets real sad. And
she was also wearing eye black at the
she
time.
She put it on.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna know I'm crying if I don't put this on. And so she leaves, and like leaves like
yeah, like know, she like goes to her mom's kind of thing.
Leaves him a note and flees the city.
Why is it, Oz, that in every movie, whenever someone is coming home with a bag of groceries, it's always a brown paper bag, except for Home Alone. It was plastic in Home Alone, but it's almost always a brown paper bag, and there's like a French loaf of bread.
There's always baguettes.
Yes, and a leafy green sticking out of the top.
Yeah, that's really poor. Like, granted, nobody uses brown paper bags anymore, really, unfortunately. But yeah, you're right. Like, they're always, well, Gotta have baguette and arugula.
maybe it's like you know how there's one 80 saxophone.
Yeah, it's just like the prop grocery bag.
There's one prop grocery bag
Yeah.
that every movie uses.
I'm sure there's prop newspaper as well, where it's like, if you look closely, everything is from the same. It's this moon landing again. We landed on the moon in 1938.
We landed on the moon.
We see a new character show up, the blank, as it's in the note. I would have gone faceless. I mean, just if we were giving a name.
Yeah.
So we see the blank, and it's, this trench coat, top hat, no face, looks literally like a thumb in a trench coat.
Yeah.
And it
thumb face.
Thumb face.
Thumb face.
Thumper, maybe.
Thumper, yeah. Just has two big bunny ears.
Yeah. And so, but it's got a voice modulator thing going on, and it's trying to like pull the strings from behind the scenes a little bit.
It was Ned from South Park. Were you in, Nam?
Yeah, that's all it was. The blank had a trach. Like,
heavy smoker. The blank.
A real heavy smoker.
Heavy smoker.
It's like those like PSA videos now, where the unfortunate situation where, but it's like I would like to see the blank's PSA. Of, you want to know how I lost my face? Lost my face in a fire.
1 out of 10 people lose their face due to smoking. Surgeon General warning.
I'd be like, holy crap.
It's not just your voice, folks.
Could be your face.
It's your whole face.
It will burn off.
You're
not careful.
Just melts.
Don't fall asleep with a cigarette in your mouth. You might burn your face off.
You might melt your face into
all of your features will just go.
But you'll be easily identifiable because it's your thumbprint.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, you have a unique face print.
Everybody's face is unique.
It's just our features covered up.
Just like a snowflake.
It's true. No two faceless people look the same.
No two faceless people look the same.
I think the amount of faceless people we're offending at this is low, so I'm not too worried about it.
To the faceless community, we give our sincerest
we
apologies.
We do sympathize with your plight.
To the faceless.
So the blank shows up, and it's using 88 keys to basically take Big Boy and offer. Almost like the blank's trying to get in on the game now.
Yes.
Take this to Big Boy. Tell him, I'll eliminate Tracy for you. Yes. I'll get Dick Tracy out of the picture for a cut of the profits, because clearly no one else can get Dick Tracy taken care of.
Yeah.
So there's a raid at Club Ritz, which is really just a decoy, because they don't really do any investigating. Yeah. They come in, they get tipped off that the police are here. Yeah. So we get a fun little, very quick set of shots where, we're flipping poker chips over to be cigarettes. It's no longer
it's a fun little scene.
Yeah. It's no longer a speakeasy. Walls are rotating, and it's, hey, we're just having a good time. There's nothing wrong here, Dick Tracy. Yeah.
Just watching a show.
But really what they're doing is they are planting Bug Bailey in the attic of Club Ritz with a radio device in the room where all of the mobsters were, so that we can listen in on the plans. Because that's this room upstairs at Club Ritz is the only place in town that you can officially talk about mobster plans.
That's it. That's the one place.
Nope. You're not allowed. You can't talk about them anywhere else.
Nope.
And Dick Tracy knows this, which is why they planned it there. So they got this listening device, which really wasn't very covert, but for 1938, I'm sure it was. It's literally like this giant like microphone.
It's like a boom mic arm that's just stuck down. It's just hanging in the middle of the room.
It's what it felt like. It was massive. But again, so is the chandelier. So whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So we get a montage of Dick Tracy beating everybody to the punch. Literally, he's punching them by beating them with a punch. But the police and Dick Tracy show up ahead of time to every activity planned.
Yeah, because
You
they can
know,
hear all the plans.
yep. When Bug Bailey has a break, don't know. When
Nope.
people bring him food, don't know.
Well, as we established later on in the movie, it's 20 feet into the room. The
Yeah,
room has a 20-foot ceiling.
it is a 20-foot drop. So you like lowering him Hardee's. He's tossing him Whopper Juniors to keep him going.
It wasn't coffee he spilled through there. It was grease from his Popeye's chicken.
It was his diarrhea because he has no, like that's what they
I don't
do.
have any place to go.
They
we really
just
didn't think this through well.
they keep sending him down food that they know is just going to go right through him, so that he can go in a cup.
Yeah. Why are we getting foiled so often, and what smells?
must be those oysters that Lips didn't finish.
The worse this room smells, the worse we're doing.
Well, we get a scene where we know that this little gimmick isn't going to go on forever.
Yes,
so we
of course not, because we're only halfway through the movie.
Right. Cockroach is crawling near Bugs as he's listening. He knocks over his coffee. It runs and starts dripping down from the light fixture, which Big Boy instantly knows when he sees the coffee.
Yeah.
We're obviously bugged. Nobody talk anymore. We're going to create a diversion. Basically luring Dick Tracy into an ambush. But Dick Tracy, because they've captured Bugs and they're going to give him the bath.
Yes.
So Dick Tracy shows up. Of course, they get the jump on Dick Tracy, but not before he outsmarts them by just leaving his coat and hat hung on a paint can.
Mm-hmm.
He rigged that up somehow. And they start shooting at that while Dick Tracy swaps places with Bug.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was the right plan to let the concrete pour on your own head.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have saved him and stayed dry, but instead your gun now won't fire because it's got quickcrete in it. Luckily, the breath shows up and takes out the henchman, saving Dick Tracy. So Big Boy is even more frustrated because we cannot take care of Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
So he reluctantly accepts the Blank's offer.
Yeah.
You take out Tracy, and I'll cut you in.
Yeah.
Again, Tess has already left the city, so we get this another montage of what Tess is doing, what Dick Tracy is distracted by, because my heart is with Tess, but my brain is in the city.
Well, something else is with Breathless, though.
Yeah,
what wants to be
exactly. So on a pier, we get Breathless meeting with Dick Tracy, and again, like, I'll testify, but come on, like, Tess is no longer in the picture. I'm right here.
Yeah,
and he just can't do it. And this is really where Breathless realizes the dude's in love with her. Like, and girl code, I should probably back off. Should, yeah. Forces a kiss anyway. Well, no, not yet. We get to that. So Dick Tracy, he reaches out. Anyway, Tess comes back home. Like, she comes back to the city. Instantly is kidnapped by the Blank.
Yep.
And so they've got this plan of, we're going to, the Blank is set. It's going to take care of Dick Tracy. So they, with the help of 88 Keys, they kidnap Tess, but they also take D.A. Fletcher, put him in a room upstairs in a hotel, kill him.
Yep.
They have subdued Dick Tracy by a really like elaborate plan here.
A very elaborate plan.
And it all worked out. They take excuse me. Breathless over here. Be
careful, or otherwise you're gonna have a thumb face.
Start making out with Warren Beatty if I'm not careful. But they steal a letter from Tess, have her handwriting forged to send Dick Tracy a letter to meet her at the greenhouse, which is now pumped full of sleeping gas.
Yeah, it's like the posies from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. And so they knock Dick Tracy out. They steal his clothes. What was it called? The blank. I keep wanting to say faceless, but the blank then runs upstairs. Long story short is everybody in the hotel thinks it's Dick Tracy that just went upstairs. There's a faked argument as 88 Keys is rattling off a script.
Yeah.
They've already killed the DA. But now with Tracy knocked out, they plant him on the scene with the gun. So everybody that shows up thinks Dick Tracy killed the DA.
Yeah.
All right. That was it's a mouthful.
That was a very complicated plan there by the blank. Yeah. Worked perfectly.
Well, it had to. Yeah. But yeah. So Dick Tracy is now incarcerated. Still gets to wear a suit in jail.
Of course. They only had yellow jumpsuits.
Right. And yeah, he looks good in yellow. But Big Boy and crew go on a rampage throughout the city. I mean,
we get the Back in Business song.
Yeah. Another montage of Back in Business with just here's a little bit of crime and a bunch of money being dumped on a table.
Yeah. I guess Sondheim wrote some of these numbers.
I saw that. Yeah.
So, and you get another. We forgot to mention Stephen Sondheim and Danny Elfman are associated with this too.
Right. Well, and the cinematographer's 3-time Oscar winner did Apocalypse Now, and it's like, yeah, anybody. Oh, it's almost like you felt left out if you weren't included.
Yeah, it's Warren Beatty.
And so yeah, the kid gets taken to the orphanage. He calls upon the police because he's like, I know Tracy didn't do it. I know he didn't do it. So they take the kid to the jail and leave him alone in a cell with Dick Tracy.
with a suspected murderer.
Yeah. The kid reveals that I've got my official orphanage paperwork. Oh, you took a name? Yeah. It's Dick Tracy Jr. Okay with that?
Oh,
Dick Tracy at first it seems uneasy. I think probably because he was Dick Tracy Jr.
Technically, that's my name, kid.
Yeah, you've stolen my identity now. Not cool.
He also took his thumbprint too.
And so Tracy's going to be moved from like the city jail to like a state penitentiary. But the cops are behind it because they're the ones. His buddies are going to transport him, and it's going to take like 8 hours to get there. So they sneak him out of jail on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
So they set Mumbles up. I'm looking at the time here and realize, we're going a bit long.
It's all right.
So they've got Mumbles set up, and of course he mumbles all the time. My usual suspects, not only because of us being full of criminals we see all the time, but also because of Benicio del Toro's performance as the mumbling. But Dick Tracy outsmarts him as he brings a gummy bear shaped water cooler that also doubles as a tape player,
like a recording device.
Yeah. So he slows down what Mumbles is mumbling, and actually he's just telling them Big Boy did it.
Yeah.
Big Boy did it, which then Mumbles loses the mumble and just tells him straight exactly what's I kind of like that. Of just like, all right, jig is up. Like, here's what's going on.
He drops his guard.
Yep. So yeah, everything's going down at Club Ritz. Dick Tracy, the police surround Club Ritz. The blank has left Tess upstairs in this room that we've seen multiple times at this point. Because Tess is in there, left her there as in an effort to Big Boy kidnapped Tess.
Incriminate Big Boy. Yeah.
Yes. To kind of turn the tables on Big Boy. Big Boy sniffs that out real quick. Everybody starts fleeing for cars. Again, everything's made of balsa wood, so we can just drive right through these doors. They come out one at a time. The cops, they make no attempt to stop anybody. They just open fire on every car that comes out of this portal, out of this doorway, just gunning people down.
Oh yeah.
And it's okay because they're the good guys.
Yeah, that's what the good guys do.
Big Boy stays back because he's like, this isn't going to go well. So he's got Tess as hostage. and it's basically a chase scene. Big Boy and Tess she's still blindfolded, so he's dragging her through the city. They're going to jump over a drawbridge that doesn't work, so then they go up in the drawbridge. Dick Tracy is sprinting through town.
Yeah, he is.
In short bursts. We've got to preserve him. I mean, there's already one breathless in this movie.
They ended up cutting the scenes where he's just got his hands on his knees.
Yeah, it's just doubled over. Big Boy, wait. Big Boy, stop. So we get our, again, Batman clock tower scene. You know, as Big Boy is tied Tess to the gears.
Vicky Vale. I mean Tess.
Yeah. It's tied her to the gears. Dick Tracy shows up. They're gonna duke it out. The blank shows up, holds them both at gunpoint, and then again tells Dick Tracy this time,
yeah,
you kill Big Boy, we could run this town.
Yeah.
Well, Dick Tracy's heard this before. So the kid pops in because again he follows him everywhere.
Yeah, that's what he does.
We didn't see him sprinting through town, but that's okay. So the kid follows him everywhere. He distracts the blank. Big Boy shoots the blank. Tracy then just flips him over a rail and he plummets to his death. Yeah. I don't know how tall this drawbridge tower was, but it's very tall because he fell a long way.
Well, the other thing, was there water down there or?
I didn't hear water.
Yeah. We didn't hear a thud either.
No, he's still falling to this day.
He just fell into a temporal void.
Yeah, it's just a time loop.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
So they rescue Tess. Of course, the blank's been shot. Surprise, surprise. They take the face off the faceless character, and it's breathless.
Yep, it's breathless.
Yeah. And she kisses Tracy before immediately dying.
Yeah. I always think of the scene near the end of Loaded Weapon where Emilio Estevez
and
Kathy Ireland, and she's like gurgling out her own blood. Kiss me. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, well done. And so so now obviously Breathless is out of the picture. Cut to diner that we were at earlier. Yes. Tracy proposes to Tess, gets called out for police business, but watches her put the ring on as he and the kid respond to the call, and we basically are just starting over.
Yep.
I thought all the crime was taken care of in town, but apparently not.
There's still some there.
That's Dick Tracy, the square-jawed, fast-shooting, hard-hitting, intelligent police detective.
Square jaw.
Yeah.
Every week, folks, Oz and I give our own unique rating to the film we yap about. In this case, 1990s Richard Dick Tracy. Oz, how would you rate this flick?
I'm giving it 75 montages.
That's 75 montages.
There's a lot of montages in this movie. 3 or 4 that I can remember. That's a lot for a movie.
That's a lot of montage.
I think you could get away with 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But there were like 4. all set to a different, probably Stephen Sondheim song, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they got to get their money's worth out of Sondheim.
I get it. That's right. It's just write another one.
Do it.
My fingers hurt. So what do you got? What's your rating?
I was really afraid that you were going to take mine, because mine, I think I'm going for low hanging fruit. I'm going to rate this 88 keys.
Oh, nicely done.
Every week, Oz and I scour the interwebs searching for unprofessional reviews that tickle our funny bones, and we hope they tickle yours as well in this week's edition of Outside Insight. Oz, what is your Outside Insight?
I've got 2. And the first one is short. It's from Charles in Charge. Left July of 2005.
Okay.
It's a 1-star review. He goes, I walked out of this movie, and I was in my living room at the time. This movie was pure ego, plain and simple.
Okay.
That was the title. I walked out of this movie.
I walked out of this in my living room.
And then I was in my...
had it. I'm going to show these producers a thing or two. I'm done. I'm out.
I will let the movie continue playing.
Yes.
In my living room, and I will leave.
I will be outside on the sidewalk for the foreseeable future.
Turn the movie off. Just turn the movie off, dude. Your name's Charles in charge. You clearly were not in charge of this
No,
decision.
he was not in charge. Sorry, Chuck.
The second one is a 3-star review left by Lawrence.
Okay.
Dick Tracy was very colorful. I don't understand why remakes have to be so hard to do. If you follow the main storyline, it's a cinch. But some people have to screw up a one-man parade. With the cast of stars, you'd think it would have been a home run, but it was more like a bunt, a letdown, if you will. I enjoy the 30s and 40s versions. You decide for yourself. Thank you for that permission, Lawrence.
It's like a bunt.
Yeah, more like a bunt, a letdown, if you will. Like
using the scale that you and I often do. All Breathless got out of Dick Tracy was a bunt. Not even a barely a bunt single.
Yeah, barely a bunt single. Yeah,
she legged it out.
It's like
she had to take a bullet to get a bunt single.
Well, and even then, she kissed him 2 times and forced it on him in both times. Like even on her literal like death breath,
death breathless.
It's like, I smash faces with Warren Beatty. So those are my 2. What do you got?
I also have 2 outside insights for this week, both pretty short, both as always from the Internet Movie Database.
I know, I still stay away from there because it's your playground.
Yeah.
It used to be my playground, but
but then I got into the groove and took a holiday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I find borderline sources these days.
Yeah, well, it's not Vogue anymore.
No, you got to express yourself in other ways.
Nicely done. He took them all. All I got left is Like a Virgin, and I'm not going there.
I feel like that every time I do mine now. And we're causing a commotion. My first is
Lucky Stars.
Yeah, Lucky Stars.
Okay, there. I wanted to get one more in at least. I know. I got outgunned here.
I've got Like a Prayer's chance of getting another one in.
Oh, you and your music references.
I'm cherishing these references.
Oh.
And see.
Material Girl. I don't know. Like, no, I'm not taking that one.
No, that was, yes, perfect. Well timed.
I just wanted to spit one out. Like,
the first one is a 2 out of 10 left in December 2020, so not too long ago, by Nancy TJ30 with the subject, I'm crying by the way, with the subject line Nightmare. This movie is like a bad dream. Wild colors, walking caricatures, Madonna's face. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Madonna.
Madonna.
Oh my.
The other, though, is a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Left by Fill in Blank. Fill, the letter N, and then blank. In October of 2017 with the subject line, A Masterwork. Dick Tracy is flawless, and I'll fight anybody who says otherwise. This is one of those rare movies that is crystal diamond perfection. It's genius. I just finished rewatching it, and I can't sleep unless I make myself believe that Dick Tracy is on everybody's top 100 list.
Well, yeah. So is he not sleeping because of that, or is he not sleeping because he's constantly fighting people that don't yes. Don't think this is a masterpiece?
Yes. This is not in your top 100. We're throwing down.
I get a Captain America wiping blood off his lip as he's getting beaten to the ground by Thanos, or Randy Marsh. Is that all you got?
I could do this all day.
That's this guy defending Dick Tracy.
Yeah, the bat. He's taking on the Bat Dad. Do it for me, Randy.
Come on, Randy.
All right, folks, it is that point in the show you've all been waiting for, the Let's Talk About Flicks signature segment, the 3-2-1, in which Oz and I each share 3 goods, 2 bads, and 1 haw about this week's movie, Dick Tracy. Oz, what are your 3 goods?
My first one is big stars in makeup. Like,
okay.
I had a reviewer that wasn't wrong in saying that there's a lot of ego in this movie, especially when you look at the amount of star power in this film that is in many ways unrecognizable because of either the small role or the amount of prosthetics involved. So kudos to those actors that, you know, put their ego aside and
Yeah.
basically did Warren Beatty a favor. Like, um, my second is the artistic ambition of this movie. Very easily could have just been, let's make a movie about Dick Tracy. But there were decisions made on color palettes, matte paintings,
Yep.
shot angles, like, and I appreciated that when watching this film again. Is this could have just been a straight, let's make a film with Dick Tracy as the main character, and without and nobody would have cared otherwise. This probably still would have pulled what it pulled, but I think it got a little bit, and I can't back it up with any research, but I think it probably received a little bit more credibility from critics, knowing that you were actually trying something here as well.
Yeah.
And so we're critics, so kudos to you, Warren Beatty, at 35 years later. And the Elfman score, honestly, you might as well just call this, Batman: The Lost Tapes, because this was
it was very Batman-y.
Yeah, but it was probably supposed to be. But at the same time, this is just a year after Batman. This is where Elfman was at that time, so probably just kept the orchestra there.
Yeah, just kept going.
Just keep going, guys.
Just replace black with yellow, and
very, very Batman-esque score, but still, it's Elfman, so it's good. Yeah. So those are my three goods.
A lot of Prince songs as well in Dick Tracy.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah,
a lot.
I'm gonna no. I was going to make a joke about replacing Bat with something else, but I don't think.
Got it. Okay. Moving on to my three goods.
That's the beginning of forgetting Sarah Marshall.
There you go. Look what. Yeah. I'll say two of your three goods were also on my potential good list, with ambition and Danny Elfman's score being there. So I'm left with three goods that all involve punching.
Okay.
So there's a theme to my three goods. The first one is near the beginning, when Dick Tracy first encounters the kid. The kid, he stole something, and he ends up at this shack in a garbage dump. And he's living with a guy who
I forgot about that. Yeah,
may or may not be his father. I get the impression it's probably not, but
I don't think it was. I think it was just
rule it out. Yeah,
fellow homeless man.
Yes, and so basically he steals things to have a place to sleep at night. And so Dick Tracy follows him back here, and of course he witnesses this older homeless man, shove the kid into a wall, and so this homeless man and Dick Tracy have a fight, and they pull back to a wide exterior shot of the shack they're in, just leaning from left to right, as like presumably Dick Tracy is throwing this guy against the walls.
At that point looked animated.
Yeah,
it really did. And then go ahead.
Yeah, so I just thought that was fun. Like the shifting shack fight
as they're fighting, and then like Dick Tracy, without zooming in, like when he punches him through the wall and then he goes out after him, like, oh no, this wasn't, because it did at that scale with the matte painting, it just looked animated. But then like, oh no, that's not.
They really built that set.
They really built that set to do that. I thought that was cool as well.
Yeah, so
I'd forgotten about that.
That's my first good. My second is a very specific moment during one of the montages when the cops have Big Boy on the run. You know, the bug is working and they're listening to all the plans, and Tracy punches 8 guys at once. It's like Tracy's facing the camera. There's like 8 guys with their backs to the camera, and he punches, and they all just go flying backwards.
Yep. It was pretty corny.
Yeah, it was,
but fun. Yeah.
But yes, so that's my second good, is Tracy punching 8 guys at once. And my last good is Warren Beatty knows how to throw a good, not just like a movie punch, because we've seen really good movie punches before, but a good like cartoonish where he like winds his
Yes.
entire arm even with the ground, and he it's like a huge like haymaker. It's not a
Yeah.
cross, it's like a huge haymaker from the side. It reminded me of I know we've talked Punch Out in recent episodes a lot,
Oh yeah.
of the Super Macho Man's character when he
Mm-hmm.
winds up and he does
Yeah.
that like spin punch. It
Yeah.
reminds me of that, where he pulls his arm all the way back, like behind like the right part of his back, and
Right.
just and brings it
Yeah, that's
across.
fair. Yeah, you're right. He does throw a very like comic book hero-esque punch.
Yes, it doesn't look real at all, and
No, but that's part of the fun
but
because
yeah, because it's supposed to be hyper
yeah,
real. So
right. Very well done.
yeah, those are my three goods. All involve punching. Oz, what are your two bads?
Um Pacino.
Sure.
I think he was nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
Was he?
I think so. This movie won 3 Oscars, by the way. But there's just no subtlety in the man's ability to act. Like his acting is just everything is cranked to the maxes.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's not what, in my opinion, that's not what puts you on the map as an amazing actor. It was your nuanced performances in the Godfather trilogy, et cetera,
yeah,
that brought that. But it's like he just morphed it almost in some ways, like Christopher Walken just morphed into a caricature. Like Pacino he's just morphed into this Al Pacino caricature.
Yeah.
And it's like, but no, you're a good actor. Just do that. Without that, like, I don't know. So that's my first. It's just Pacino's overacting.
Yeah, this movie, I'm looking at the Academy Awards. It was nominated for 7 awards and won. Yeah, you're right. Won 3 of them, with Pacino getting supporting actor. Yeah, I agree. It was too much.
Yeah, it's just a lot. Like, and I don't know. Like, part of it possibly could be because I'm not as knowledgeable in the Dick Tracy lore as, say, like Batman.
Sure.
So I don't know enough about Big Boy Caprice as a character. Whereas, like, I think I remember back when we talked about Elfman's Batman, or Keaton's Batman, that like Jack Nicholson was also extremely over the top.
Yeah.
However, we know enough about the Joker character to know that that's what that needed.
Yeah, that it worked.
And there were scenes where he wasn't over the top, so you could see a range of level. Yeah. Whereas with Big Boy, it's just
you're always at 11.
Yes, you cranked to the max all the time. Yeah. So that's my first bad. My second bad, I didn't find Madonna bombshell enough for this role. I understand they're writing her mega stardom at the time. I get that, but she did fine. Like, I'm not discounting her performance at all. There wasn't much to it other than just be Madonna. Yeah. But she just, to me, it just wasn't bombshell enough.
Sure.
To be that, I don't know. It just didn't check that box for me.
Sure.
I don't know if I could name a replacement for it, especially in 1990. But I don't know. Who would you, if you recast Madonna from that
That's
time?
That's a good question. Yeah, 1990. Maybe Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt is Breathless Mahoney.
Possibly.
Paul Abdul.
Yeah.
Paul Abdul is Breathless Mahoney. Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson would have been a fun one.
I said that one out loud. Like, maybe. I don't know. I don't think like again, in that era, having a black character would have.
No, yeah. but with that, I would have respected that choice.
Yeah,
because
she actually had a little bit of acting chops.
Yeah,
Janet Jackson.
Because despite
bold.
Despite all of the color in this movie, fabric wise, there's no color.
Yeah, there's no
diversity.
There's no non-white people in this movie,
and so that would have been an interesting choice to take a woman of color.
Yeah,
and because she would have stuck out even more as this Like
I'm sticking by that. I'm going
I
Janet
I
Jackson.
liked it. I like the
Janet
Janet
Jackson.
Jackson. I like the
Yeah.
Janet Jackson. Yeah, that would have been fun. And
Whitney.
to me, like, yeah.
He's my bodyguard.
I yeah, I don't think Whitney's face could have modulated very well. But no, that would have been interesting. And it doesn't even have to be a singer.
Yeah.
Like Kate Capshaw wasn't a singer.
Yeah.
And she, she did basically this role in was it Temple Doom.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it's like, yeah, just curious, like who would you have picked now?
Now?
Don't say Sydney Sweeney.
I was literally about to say as a joke, like that's who everybody would fan cast in that role. Because if you want the bombshell femme fatale, Sydney Sweeney. I don't know.
Yeah. Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara at the time, yeah.
Yeah, even Catherine O'Hara 1990, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, she's extremely underrated as an actress. Yeah. So, but no, it would have been curious. So,
Cardi B.
Today, Cardi B, yeah.
Cardi B.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Or, no, actually, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, that's...
But again, probably pull it off, yeah.
Yes, Megan Thee Stallion in that role.
Yeah.
Would have been a lot more fun.
Yeah, for sure. But I get Madonna was fine. Like this was Warren Beatty's movie and Al Pacino trying to steal it. So this wasn't a role that needed an over the top, but at the time it struck gold, but I don't think it holds on.
Yeah.
So those are my two bads. What do you got?
I actually had Pacino as a potential bad as well, and I literally put this was what I typed in for my possible bad. The movie is supposed to be over the top, but Pacino is a bit much. He's always talking.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, exactly.
Always talking.
Yeah. If he's on screen, he's talking, and you could have made the argument Pacino's performance was so over the top. He could have been both bads. Like, because I can't contain him to one, he won't let me.
No, he won't shut up. My first bad is, I understand that this was the character and this was supposed to be gross, but Lips Manless slurping those oysters.
It's gross. Yeah, it's gross.
It's like Dennis Quaid in the beginning of The Substance. It just when he's eating the shrimp.
Very gross.
Yeah, so
sound effects and
so it's supposed to be bad, but I still just just him eating those oysters. My second bad is just Tracy's dismissiveness of Tess. Like, man, like I understand if you enjoy your job and that's your identity, I understand that, and that's actually something I have to check myself on sometimes. I take a lot of pride in my job. I really enjoy it. I think I'm decent at it. It's probably a little bit too much of my identity, and I understand that, but not to this degree.
Yeah,
where the guy is literally just running out of diners, working 6 days a week.
Yeah. Well, if you're married to your job, that's fine. Then stay out of a relationship.
Yeah, that's
okay. Like no one makes anybody be in a relationship, but it's not fair to your partner.
But he's dismissiveness. Like he can't turn off.
Right. And it doesn't help. I had a early prototype for Apple Watch in my movie marriage as my punchline at one point, but I took it out. But yeah, especially when you're literally always on call.
Yeah, and even like he doesn't take care of himself. Like you see him multiple times eating unheated canned chili straight from the can.
Yeah,
like
to be fair, we saw Belushi and the principal do similar things.
That's true. Speaking of guys who can't turn off, Jim Belushi. But it just, man, you got to see what you got there.
Yeah.
Tess is committed to him. She's smart. She's patient. She's gorgeous. Like, just be with her. You can walk the line and do both. You can be a great police detective and also be a great partner.
Well, I feel like the only time we see him thinking about her is when Breathless is forcing him to make a decision.
That's true. Yeah. It's only then that he really realizes what he has.
Yeah, but when it's literally sitting right in front of him. Early on, before the kid got involved, it seemed a little bit more civil. Mm-hmm. But as this big boy case started to take over the film, we see Tess pushed by the wayside more and more and more.
Yeah. And even at the very end, during that epilogue scene where they're back at the diner,
Yeah,
it's like he
right.
gets the call again. And I was kind of hoping, like, just finish your meal with her.
Yeah.
But
What are the other cops in town even doing?
Yeah, yeah, and it's true.
They just
He's the only one that can do it.
That's all they do is call him. Calling Dick
Yeah.
Tracy. You've already detected the crime. That's why you're calling him. So
yeah, they can't call Reginald Vell Johnson one of these days.
Exactly, you're right.
Like, he's on the beat.
Yeah. And he's a good cop.
He is a good cop, and he's a good husband, because he was bringing those Twinkies home to his pregnant wife.
That's true. He was.
Is what he said.
His family matters.
It does. His family does matter. He cherishes the family.
Oh, don't go back to Madonna. I'm out of steam there.
That's the bit. I was trying to justify my love in there, and I couldn't do it.
Well, I threw music in, and I think it got skipped over. I'm like,
I didn't even notice that. Yeah,
sorry. You and your music ties it. It's all right. It was
no. That was very subtle but well done that I did not catch. So hopefully our listeners did, and it's just my ignorance that missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would have just kept my mouth shut with that used to be my playground. I wouldn't have got out Madonna'd.
It's not a contest, my friend. It's not like when we're throwing axes.
That's true.
So those are my two bads. Oz, what's your huh?
The first montage we got was a fun little beat where they're out with the kid. Kind of, and it's the when do we eat montage.
When do we eat? Yep.
Yeah. As they pull up in front of, I'm assuming Dick Tracy's apartment, the kid's passed out in the back, and Tess goes, "What a day." So my question is, was the when do we eat montage one day? They ate like 9 times. Like that's not healthy. Because the kid was just, that's my huh. Was that when do we eat montage just one day?
I'd like to think of it as just one day, just one afternoon.
Well, just based on her,
not even a full day, like maybe like a mid morning to late afternoon.
But it's just based on her comment of what a day. I was like, I literally was like, that was one day. Took that kid out to eat 9 times in one day.
It's always nice to get away, even just for an hour.
Right. What is this like? Was this their version of like the taste of Chicago? Like, well, good Lord, there's like and it's like you visited the same diner 4 of those 9 times. But yeah, it's right. I'd like to see what else you did during your day.
He ends up like in the Monty Python's Life of Brian.
Yeah. Oh my. So that was my huh. Is that montage was really just one day?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I was gonna go with what happened to his buddy in the attic. But we kind of sort of covered that already. You know, like he's up there by himself.
Yeah.
Like, how did he get his coffee? Like he's drinking a hot cup of coffee. Like, how did he get a hot cup of coffee up there? As well as like the 20-foot roof and like the catapult thing when like he jumps down and then he leaves his buddy there. Like at the end, like what happened to the other guy?
Yeah, because the door to that room was literally like a safe door.
Yeah, so he had, was it Pat or whatever, Patton jumped down to springboard him out, then the Pat's just there the rest of the movie.
Right.
Hello.
Dick Tracy. Calling Dick Tracy.
So just somebody get me out of here. So that was gonna be my huh, was that whole sequence there. So I'm gonna go with for my actual huh. Every time I hear the blank, especially the reveal that it's breathless, the voice the blank has sounds exactly like the voice Leia has near the beginning of Return of the Jedi when she's pretending to be the bounty hunter.
Yep.
Like, you have hibernation sickness.
Right.
Like,
you're right.
So is that the same person?
That's a great question.
Or like, did they, or put another way, did Leia and Breathless use the same voice modulation device?
Yeah.
Was that technology developed in 1938 for Breathless and then also used in a galaxy far, far away?
Or whatever it was still laying around the props warehouse.
or there's also that too, 7 years later.
Oh,
but yeah, it sounds identical to me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. So yes. Is that the same voice modulator?
Huh. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deep dive. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that puts a wrap on the
Yeah.
4-week comic strip movie month. Again,
This month was a lot of fun.
it was a lot of
And
fun.
I expected it to be fun, but we really had a good time with
Yeah,
this
I
month.
really had a good time with this month.
And I think it's partially just because these movies were so bananas. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, and again, like the B title to this month was Ambition Month, because all of these movies really took an ambitious swing.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's Popeye, whether it's Tintin, you know, whether it's Dick Tracy.
And obviously
especially
Flash
Gordon. Yeah. Especially Flash Gordon. And so it lent to fun conversation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I really enjoyed this month. It's fun. It was light. Like none of these movies took themselves seriously. No. And so that lent a lot to it as well. That sometimes it's hard. You know, you and I won't say we try to poke holes in things, but we try to poke holes in things.
Yeah, and for the sake of being fun and silly.
Yeah, and it's difficult sometimes to poke holes in just amazing films.
Yeah.
You know, because you feel like you're treading on celluloid, you know.
Yeah.
But these movies lent for it. It was fine. Like
Citizen Kane would have been a lot more fun if he had a plastic saucer for a sled.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, take a scene out of Christmas Vacation and add it to Citizen Kane. Later, dudes. That would have been a fun scene.
That iconic line from Orson Welles. Later, dudes.
Before he jumps on his sled.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, this month lent a lot of flexibility for, you know, for what we do as a show. And so it was a very, very fun month.
Yes.
Well, next week we've got December.
Yes, we do.
You know, the last month of the year.
It is the last month of the year.
And so what is our theme for next month?
So our theme to wrap up December of the year of our Lord 2025, we are going with last quote unquote movies. Yeah. So each movie for this coming month must have the word last in the title. And we've got
it's a 5-weeker.
It is a 5-weeker. We've got a real variety of movies we've got coming up this month too.
Yeah, for sure. And just so that we get this conversation right now, next week is your week.
It is my week. I will be fully prepared. I will not over prepare the following week.
Because to be fair, when it's your week, I don't prepare much. I play Andy Richter in that role, and I follow your lead. And so you've got to make sure you do your work on your week.
Well, it's not that I'm not doing my work. I'm doing twice the work.
Well, that's what I mean, because it's like I don't do twice the work. When it's my week, I prep, and when it's your week, I don't.
Nor should you. Part of it, I really enjoy doing movie marriages.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. That is
so fun. I think I get stuck in that, and I enjoy doing it, and so I convince myself that I'm doing the movie marriage every week just so I could do the thing I enjoy doing.
That's fair. But then I can also see, knowing that you try to watch these at least a week ahead of time, that you look at it, you got a movie marriage, like, oh, it must be my week, and then off you go. I get it.
So next week is Curtis's month. Or Curtis's week, and then the following week is yours. And we will kick off last movie month with one that is a little deeper. I know we were just talking about how, you know, November was these kind of big, ambitious, silly movies. We are going to start things off on a serious note with 1992, I think it is. 1992's Last of the Mohicans. A Michael Mann directed film. Michael Mann is not known for silly, Oz.
No, he's not. I will. This will be a first time watch for me.
I was addicted to this movie as a kid. When I was like 13 years old or so, I watched this movie on repeat. It was a favorite of Patreon subscriber Colleen K.
Okay.
So
it means there must be some handsome buff dude in this.
Well, there's a couple handsome buff dudes in this. Again, Patreon subscriber Colleen K likes her handsome buff movie stars. And we've talked at length about why she loves Lethal Weapon and Predator, because there's a lot of handsome buff dudes.
There's a lot of chest.
There is a lot of chest Rockwell in there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and so we will kick things off with Last of the Mohicans, and we will find some ways to be silly as we talk about this
Not to be confused. like Last of the Mohicans, it always sits in my radar now. When Jiminy Glick is talking to Bill Hader about Willie Nelson.
Yep.
So you get high off those braids. He was the first of the Mohicans.
Oh my God, we gotta manufacture a way to do Jiminy Glick.
Oh, Jiminy Glick it's in my TikTok algorithm now.
Okay.
So I get a lot of Jiminy Glick stuff coming through, and even though I've seen the same bits repeatedly, I watch them.
They're
I don't
so
care.
funny. They're so funny.
Yeah, my favorite probably is the most recent, the Bill Hader interview.
The Bill Hader one was pretty good
because Hader himself can't contain himself, which adds to it.
He's everyone.
Yeah,
he just happens to be there with him.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like Willie Mays died. Just the timing of Martin Short is so perfect. Oh, I do. I love me some. Yeah. So between Key and Peele sketches, which to be fair, there's always somebody in the Key and Peele sketch comments on TikTok that say there's always a scene. It's always a skit you haven't seen. Like, it's like there's some pop up. Like I thought I'd seen them all at this point. Nope. Mm-hmm. One come across this morning where Big Boy from Outkast was getting coffee at a coffee shop, and the lady's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan. Like, why'd you and Andre 3000 break up?" And he's like, "Well, I don't really want to talk about it." And then Andre 3000 enters the coffee shop, and he's dressed as his like Robin Hood, like he's dressed in his Hey Ya outfit.
Yeah, he's like a jockey Robin Hood.
Yeah, have you seen that skit?
I know I have, but like all I remember is the image of Andre 3000 in like the jockey Robin Hood.
Yeah,
like I don't remember anything else.
Right, but it's just this. He's so like out there, bizarre. And Big Boy's just like, he's like, "Hey, Andre, who?" He's like, "Don't make me say it." Like he's so like, and you see from Key and Peele's point of view why they split. Like Big Boy's like, "Nope, I can't do it. You're
can't do it anymore.
You're too zany.
You're too eccentric."
Yeah. So it was fun. But Last of the Mohicans for next week.
Yeah. I'm curious as to your take on it, because it's a solid movie.
Oh, I know it's a great film. I just we've talked before. I'm not I just growing up, and even really still to today, I struggle with the historical fiction war.
Yeah, it's
history.
It's not
stuff.
A genre that I'm usually that usually attracts me either, and I totally get it. This movie there's a nostalgia-ness to this movie.
That's fair.
Just kind of like there's a nostalgia-ness to again Lethal Weapon and Predator with like, the connection I have with Colleen Kay, and this is another movie that will tug at young Curtis's heartstrings a bit.
That's fair. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it first time watch, because we do watch a lot of silly. So it'll be nice to be like, we should probably put on our our real critic pants and watch a good movie, because I dropped the ball the next week. So
every week can't be chairman of the board.
No. So all right, well, social media wise, Facebook, Instagram, but you know what? Screw all that. Just check out the website.
Check out the new website. It really is amazing. Oz has, and I say this with all seriousness, you've done an amazing job with it. Your talent is on full display.
Well,
Let's talk about flicks.com. Go check it out. It really is something to behold.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So you could catch social media links on the website. You could catch the archives. It's all there, and it's only gonna get better once I get the episodes caught up. I know we're looking. I want to add a blog. I've had discussions with some guest movie reviewers to kind of give them a platform to share their work, and we're looking at some cool stuff. I'd like to get into writing more. I just don't, and I enjoy it, because there's times where I watch stuff, and if we don't have an episode on it, I just let it go away. And I'm like, I have thoughts. I want to get those thoughts down.
Yeah.
Plus,
I got a couple of people on my end too that I'm sure we can get involved.
I'd love to to share the wealth. And plus, might actually after 4 years start covering some of the stuff that we get sent for swag.
I suppose we could do that.
Yeah. Maybe not in episode form, but definitely in blog writing form. So
sure.
But for another episode of Let's Talk About Flicks, I'm Oz.
I'm Curtis.
And we'll see you guys next week with Last of the Mohicans.
Express yourself.